Greetings, traders. Last week was packed with action. We had the FOMC meeting and earnings from several mega-cap companies. As I mentioned in the previous video, these events were likely to act as catalysts for a short-term directional move in the markets, and that's exactly what played out. This week, things are relatively quiet on the macroeconomic front, with no major economic events scheduled. However, keep an eye on upcoming earnings reports from companies like AMD, Palantir, Uber, and Shopify. In particular, it'll be interesting to watch how AMD responds in the current environment. Starting with the Nasdaq, it's performing a textbook technical move. On Friday, it closed right at the trendline support that's been in place since May. A short dip to the 22,429 level could serve as a support grab before we potentially see a retest of recent highs. However, any movement from here might be slow or sideways. A clean break below 22,429 could signal further downside, so that level will be important to watch. Turning to the S&P 500, it's not far off from the Nasdaq technically. It's also sitting on a key trend line that's been forming since March 25th. Given the current momentum, I'd like to see a retest of the nearest support at 6,150, followed by a potential bounce to revisit the previous highs near 6,300. Lastly, the dollar index showed some notable price action. It appeared to complete an inverse head and shoulders pattern, but instead of breaking out, it broke down to retest a strong support at 98.71. Based on the current structure, it may now move sideways for a while. That wraps it up for this week's market overview. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.